These
Well,
are
I'll
the
write then.
one piece first editions Rose of Sharon. We're going to talk about what all those words mean, but I want you to look at this beauty and magnitude that is being represented on our set. These will bloom all summer. Yes, these are first editions. Yes, you get lots of blooms. You can plant them in a group for low maintenance shrub garden, or you can plant them as a standalone for your focal point, or in a large patio container like we've done here on our set. Now we're getting one actively growing plant in a 1-gallon pot for 4 easy payments of $8.87. First day it's on 4 easy pay, but that easy pay is gone tomorrow. Now, Phillip, can you please tell us everything? Because I definitely want more than one.
Well, I have to tell you, when after I graduated Mississippi State, I moved to New York, and I use these a lot because I did things out on Long Island. These will take salt spray. They will grow in poor soil. In fact, I call them the daylily of flowering shrubs because these will grow in bad soil. You see them at rental properties where they're not taken care of very well, but you don't see the first edition varieties. These are beautiful. They bloom all summer long. I have a hedge of mine underneath my bedroom window, and then they bloom where I can see them from the bed. And I trim mine in late winter down to about 4 feet to make a solid hedge all the way across. But if you want to just let them grow natural, they'll get 7 to 8 feet tall and 5 or 6 feet wide and covered with blossoms, with butterflies. Love this. They're great for cut flowers, and they're low maintenance. I don't have to spray them with anything. Count on these, and if you're a non-gardener, this is a great big flowering shrub for you that's going to deliver.
Now, we get to choose from white or pink. What's the difference here? We're looking at them now.
Well, they're great companions. So if you wanted to mix them up, that's great. And Bali is the white one. That's the one we're looking at now. And it does have that nice, deep ruby eye. And with a little bit of ruby striations that go out onto the petal. Again, the white flowers that show everything else off. If you've got some dark flowering things in your garden, put this next to it. It will illuminate them. And when I say it blooms all summer long, you don't have to do anything to make it bloom. Once they're established, they're also extremely drought tolerant. So from Florida to Maine, expect these to do really, really well. And they're all semi-double. And then we also, the other choice is Fiji, which the buds are pink and they open pink. And it's kind of pink and white striations on it. Again, the same size. You can keep it cut down to 4 feet, or you can let it go 6 to 8 feet tall. And you can see it's similar to the other one. It's just a little bit different. It's a little more pink to it. But I do mix these two together because then it makes my hedge look like a watercolor painting. And I just kind of like that look.
I love that look too. Now, what does first edition mean? When we see that in the title here, what does that mean?
Well, it's a line of Rose of Sharon plants, and they have been bred to bloom bigger, better, longer, on more compact plants. The old-fashioned Rose of Sharons could be leggy, and they could be a little bit messy, and they often bloomed one big time and then just a little bit. This is constant, solid bloom all the time. In other words, it's not going to bloom big and then just a little bit later. It's going to bloom a whole lot all the time, and I can count on these. The first edition it's the gold standard. So, and look, this is how it comes. They're nice big plants. They're well packaged, so don't think you're going to get a mess in a box because this arrives guaranteed for an entire year.
I love it. You know what? I've been a mess in a box. I'm glad that the Rose of Sharon. Glad the Rose of Sharon isn't categorized as such. Now, these are free shipping and handling. You're getting the actively growing plant in the 1-gallon pot. They're on 4 easy payments of $8.87. They show up and they're ready to go. That easy pay is gone at the end of the day tomorrow. As we wrap up on this one, Phillip, can you give us an overview of watering and sunshine? How much does it need of both?
Full sun. 2-part shade, and you keep it well watered the first season. Once it gets established, after that, it is extremely drought tolerant. But this will grow in poor soil as long as it's not waterlogged.
Okay.
Expect big things without having to do big things.
Now, if you are watching right now and you missed the first half of the show, we had 3 brand new items in our show already. Go to Items Recently on Air and check those out. We just had the tomatoes. The tomatoes were wildly popular in the show. I thought folks were going to be sleeping in today, maybe having a little coffee. Nope. We're shopping. And here's the thing too, when it shows up, it's time to plant. You want to feed your plants, so make sure that you are picking up the fertilizer also. It is available. I'm just going to give you that item number, M67454. And as Phillip taught us earlier, but I'm going to repeat if you're just joining, this is once per season. So feed your plants so that they can feed you. I love that. I was taught that by a dear friend of mine. Now, as we move on in the show, Phillip, do you have your running shoes on? Because we are off to the races.
Oh, yeah, listen, and I can catch anything out there. Don't you worry.